The story begins in a small American town where families are enjoying a picnic by the riverside. Suddenly, a boat drifts toward them without anyone steering it. As the people look inside, they are shocked by what they find. The boat carries a badly decomposed body in such a terrible condition that it leaves everyone disturbed. Soon, Police Chief John Hawkins arrives at the scene, but before him, Forensic Officer Connie is already there. She explains to Hawkins that the body is in an unusual state. There are no bones left, only flesh remains. It feels as if someone has carefully removed every bone, something that seems almost impossible to achieve. The body is immediately sent for autopsy. Dr. Jacob examines it thoroughly and informs Hawkins that it truly appears as though someone has deliberately extracted all the bones. The question that troubles him is, how could anyone possibly do this? During the inspection, Jacob also discovers a strange insect resembling a bee inside the body. He places it in a jar for safekeeping. Hawkins then hands the jar to Connie, asking her to keep it secure, as it might serve as crucial evidence to uncover the cause of death. Soon after, Connie identifies the victim. His name is Dr. Cole Parsons, a scientist who moved to this town about a year ago. His wallet and belongings are found inside the boat. Once a university professor, Parsons had abandoned everything to live alone in a cabin deep in the forest by the river. To investigate the case properly, Hawkins realizes he must visit the scientist's home. At this point, we meet Meg, Hawkins' former girlfriend. She now works as a forest guide for the police. Hawkins shares the details of the case with her. Meg knows the scientist well. About a year ago, she even helped him transport some of his belongings. She is aware that Parsons was working on an experiment, though she never learned much about its details. Hawkins asks Meg to accompany him so they can investigate thoroughly, and she agrees without hesitation. Hawkins also requests Jacob to join them. Before setting out, Hawkins gathers more information and learns another disturbing fact. The scientist had a young daughter who mysteriously disappeared about a year ago, and no one has been able to find her since. The very next day, Hawkins, Meg, and Jacob pack their supplies and set out toward the dense forest. Part of their journey must be completed by boat in order to reach the scientist's cabin. While they are traveling, Connie suddenly calls. She explains that the strange insect found inside the body had died yesterday, but today it has come back to life. She asks if she should send it to the lab for testing, but Hawkins tells her to wait until he returns. Connie also shares another troubling detail. When the scientist's daughter went missing, his wife suffered a severe mental breakdown and had to be kept in the hospital for 3 months. During that time, she repeatedly blamed her husband for their daughter's disappearance. As night falls, Hawkins, Meg, and Jacob finally arrive at their destination. What was once a beautiful riverside home now stands as a lonely, decayed cabin, abandoned and without any care. Meg feels deeply saddened, remembering how lovely this place looked when she visited a year ago. Hawkins asks Meg and Jacob to wait outside while he checks inside for any danger. He calls out, hoping someone might respond, but the cabin is completely wrecked. Furniture and belongings are scattered everywhere, making it clear that no one has lived here for a long time. As Hawkins investigates further, he notices strange things, like the ceiling shifting unnaturally, almost as if it is alive. Soon, he discovers a room with its door tightly sealed. He decides not to open it yet, and goes back outside to call Meg and Jacob. Since it is already very late, they agree it would be unsafe to return through the forest at night, so they decide to stay in the cabin. But the atmosphere inside is unsettling. Strange, eerie sounds echo through the house. Hawkins reassures them that it is probably just rats or raccoons, yet the tension only grows. Suddenly, the cabin's lights begin flickering, making the place feel even more disturbing. Soon, they discover a basement door. Realizing that sleep will not come easily in such a place, they decide to investigate further. In the basement, they find a massive machine designed to generate electricity. It looks like an industrial charger, powerful and dangerous, though its exact purpose remains unclear. Hawkins recalls that in his earlier research, He had come across references to a machine just like this. While searching the kitchen, they noticed wires running upward from the cabinets. The three of them assume that whatever machine exists in this house must be located in the upper room. Strangely, the door that Hawkins had earlier found locked suddenly opens on its own. Hawkins calls his companions, and together they step inside. The walls are covered with bizarre photographs and mysterious symbols connected to rituals, yet there are also scientific instruments scattered around. The place feels like a disturbing mix of science and dark practices. Some of the images are deeply unsettling. As they continue investigating, a spider suddenly bites Jacob on the face. Frightened and shaken, he rushes out of the room. Hawkins tries to call Connie to find out who built this strange house, but electromagnetic radiation from the ceiling disrupts his phone signal. Meanwhile, tension grows between Hawkins and Jacob because of Meg. Before Hawkins, Meg had been Jacob's girlfriend, and Jacob still carries feelings for her, making the atmosphere uneasy among the three. When they prepare to rest, Hawkins suggests they all stay together in one room for safety, but Meg insists on having her own space. That night, Jacob becomes very ill, likely from the spider bite, and no one can sleep properly. Feeling uneasy, Meg goes to Hawkins' room, sensing that a dark and dangerous presence surrounds the cabin. Though she has spent many nights alone in the forest, this place feels different, almost as if an evil force is here. Meanwhile, Jacob's condition worsens, and he seems no longer in control of himself. Just then, strange noises echo outside. Meg and Hawkins quickly grab their weapons and step out. They are confronted by a woman pointing a gun at them. She is Linda, the wife of Dr. Cole Parsons, who has come searching for her missing husband. Hawkins explains that he is a police officer and that her husband's body has already been found by the river. Realizing they mean her no harm, Linda lowers her weapon. Meanwhile, Hawkins notices that Jacob is missing and goes outside to search. Just then, strange noises come from the upper room, and Hawkins, Meg, and Linda head toward the attic. There they find Jacob trapped inside the bizarre machine. They manage to pull him out, but he no longer seems like himself. His eyes are vacant, and he appears completely lost, as though his identity has slipped away. During this tense moment, Linda suddenly hears the voice of her lost daughter calling to her from the upper room. After pulling Jacob out of the machine, Hawkins and the others question him about how the device started and why he went upstairs. Jacob appears frightened and weak, repeating again and again that he has no idea how it happened. Linda stands nervously in front of the machine, staring at it. Meg approaches and asks if she knows what the device is. Linda explains that it is an electromagnetic machine designed to generate an extremely powerful magnetic field. She warns that it is highly dangerous and potentially deadly for humans. Hawkins then takes Linda into the room where the bizarre photographs and strange ritualistic symbols cover the walls. Seeing this, Linda becomes even more unsettled. Having lived with her husband for 10 years, she insists with full confidence that this is not his work. She fears that some terrifying force may have taken control of him. While searching, Hawkins finds a laptop locked with a password. Unable to open it, he asks Linda for help. Before they can do anything, they spot Cole standing outside the window, alive and seemingly unharmed. Shocked, they rush outside and realize this is no illusion. Cole is truly alive. Overcome with anger, Linda slaps him hard, but Cole does not retaliate. Instead, he calmly accepts her anger, saying she has every right to feel this way. Inside, everyone sits down, and Hawkins questions Cole about where he's been all this time and what happened to the house. He also tells him about the decomposed body found in the boat by the river. Cole dismisses these questions with laughter and avoids giving any clear answers, especially about the machine. Meanwhile, at the police station, Connie keeps trying to contact Hawkins. The insect found inside the corpse has not only come back to life, but has now multiplied into 2. The cause may be linked to Cole's machine. Back in the cabin, Jacob's condition worsens dramatically. His body begins to change in horrifying ways. New nails grow over his old ones, fresh teeth emerge, and additional bones form over existing ones. He is transforming rapidly, likely due to the radiation from the machine. Hawkins continues pressing Cole with questions, but Cole refuses to give any proper answers. Even when Linda asks where he has been, he avoids explaining. When Linda goes to check on Jacob, she is horrified by the terrifying changes in his body. Shaken, she rushes to inform Hawkins and Meg. Seeing Jacob's dreadful transformation, they realize they must escape as quickly as possible. But when they step outside, they discover that the boat they had used to arrive is now missing. Suspicion against Cole grows stronger in Hawkins' mind, yet Cole continues to treat everything like a joke. Overcome with anger, Hawkins loses his patience, punches Cole hard, and ties him up to prevent him from causing further trouble. Linda suggests they search nearby, believing there must be someone around who can help them escape. Hawkins and Meg set out together and soon reach a camping site filled with supplies and places to stay. But inside the camp, they are horrified to find numerous decomposed bodies. The gruesome sight forces them to flee immediately. Meg becomes so disturbed that she vomits, and Hawkins tries to calm her down. In this emotional moment, Meg reveals that she is pregnant, and the child she carries is his. Meanwhile, back at the cabin, Linda is left alone with Cole. As she pieces together the truth, she realizes Cole has been hiding many secrets. She tries the password Tinkerbell on his laptop, an affectionate name Cole once used for her, and the device unlocks instantly. Inside, she discovers disturbing videos showing Cole conducting experiments on people. Everyone who passed through the machine emerged possessed by a dark force, as if something evil had taken control of them. Linda also learns that Cole himself has gone through the machine, and the decomposed body found by the river was truly his. The man standing before her now is not her husband, but a monstrous creation born from the machine. To her horror, the videos reveal that Cole even sacrificed his own daughter during these disguised experiments. At that moment, Cole locks Linda inside a room, determined to keep her from interfering with his plans. When Hawkins and Meg return, they discover that Cole has vanished. Hawkins asks Meg to wait outside while he goes in with his gun to check for danger. Inside, Jacob's body suddenly splits open, and a terrifying creature emerges from what remains of him, attacking Hawkins immediately. Hawkins fights with all his strength, and just then Meg rushes in, shooting the creature and killing it. Witnessing this horrifying scene, Hawkins decides the only way to end the madness is to destroy the machine. For Meg's safety, he sends her outside and begins preparing to burn it down, using petrol and homemade explosives. Soon, Linda escapes from the room, holding an axe, determined to finish Cole once and for all. But when she reaches the upper room, she sees her daughter being drawn into the machine. Overcome with emotion, Linda follows her inside and becomes another victim of its dark power. Outside, people who had previously fallen prey to the machine begin staggering from the forest toward the cabin. Meg fights back, shooting as many as she can, but the numbers grow rapidly. Meanwhile, Hawkins finds petrol in the basement and carries it upstairs. By now, Linda's body is transformed, forcing Meg to shoot her too. In the upper room, Hawkins and Cole engage in a brutal fight. Cole bites off 2 of Hawkins' fingers, but Hawkins strikes back, crushing Cole's head with an iron rod. Seizing the moment, Hawkins sets the machine ablaze. Flames spread quickly, and he shouts for Meg to escape. She runs outside, but Cole rises again, grabbing Hawkins to stop him from leaving. A massive explosion rips through the cabin, destroying everything. Hawkins sacrifices his life to stop Cole. Now Meg is left alone, stunned as attacks close in from all sides. 8 months later, she appears safe at home. Connie visits to deliver some of Hawkins' belongings. After Connie leaves, Meg burns everything. But then we see a shocking truth. Her decayed body lies beneath a tree. The real Meg is dead. The one alive is a replica created by the machine, and it is certain that the child she carries is not ordinary. So friends, if this story kept you hooked till the end, show your love by hitting the like button and subscribing to the channel. Your support inspires us to bring more thrilling tales your way. Stay tuned, Another gripping journey awaits you in the next video.